B.O.S.S Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sharon, aka The Listener, where your voices will be heard and not ignored. You are listening to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat on She's the Boss Radio. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to She's the Boss Radio Network. We are a 24-hour, 7 days a week, and we focus on topics to build, strengthen, and inspire, as well as motivate men, women, and the youth from the home to the conference room and around our community. I am your host, Sharon, aka The Listener, where your voices will be heard and not ignored. I am your host, Sharon's Neighborhood Chat, where we chat about life, love, relationships, and matters of the heart. I want to thank you for tuning in to the show. We want to thank you. Um, we invite you to be a part of the show by calling 443 272 5922. Join us on www.shesthebossradio.com or listen to us on TuneIn, Google, Alexa, and Siri's by playing She's the Boss Radio or Shoutcast. Follow us on Facebook at She's the Boss Radio. Follow us on Twitter at She's the Boss Radio with an I, not an O. You are listening to WSTBRN, and I am your host again, Sharon. I do invite you, I'm going to give you the number again, 443 272 5922. Can you believe it is spring already? OMG. I can't wait till the weather starts to get a little better. Today is a good day. It started out raining, but it's very nice outside right now. Nice, it's warm. So I encourage you guys after the show to go out and enjoy the weather. We are in Lent right now, and I just want to touch bases on Lent and touch bases on Easter. For those of you who do not know what Lent is, I pulled it up so I can be saying it correctly. Lent means the 40 weekday from Ash Wednesday to Easter, and it's observed by Roman Catholic um, um, Christians. Okay. Between Ash Wednesday and Easter, we observe the 40-day period known as Lent. What else does it say? Okay. When does Lent start? Lent begins each year on Ash Wednesday, 46 days before Easter Sunday. This is for those of you who did not know. Okay. Um, this year, Lent began on February the 22nd, 2023. Um, and if you are following the 40-day tradition, Lent will end on Holy Saturday, which is April the 8th. Ash Wednesday falls on a Tuesday, also known as Fat Tuesday. That I did not know. I didn't know what it was called. Traditionally, a time of confession and fasting begins. Okay, so I learned something. The meaning of Lent, Lent is meant to be a time of repentance. Not that is something to feel bad about, anything like that. But it's awareness that sin separates us from God and of what it cost him to be reunited with us. So we know that the dates for the Lent, which I wasn't quite sure of. So I learned a little bit about that. Um, Let me see. Okay, what does it mean to participate in Lent? In other words, there are numerous ways to approach Lent. Um, some people give up something, some people pray, fast. It's up to you what you want to do for Lent. But I'm just saying, be realistic when it comes to Lent. Don't say, I'm going to do this and know that 5 minutes from now, you're going to go back and do what the very thing you said you was going to give up. I also wanted to talk about Easter. Um, Easter is not the same as when we grew up. When we had our Easter outfits on and our patent leather shoes and stuff like that. Easter meant a lot. You look forward to Easter and going to church for Easter. So nowadays, it's less and less people going to church for Easter. And one of the things that people are saying, I'm not going to church on Easter because I didn't go all year. So why am I going on Easter? Or why are they going to Easter? Just show off on Easter. Easter is much more than that. It's a celebration. Um, Easter it's a celebration, and it goes way back in the day, pre-Christian gardens in England, who was celebrated at the beginning of spring, and it doesn't have a lot of references um, to that, but let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay. What are the three traditions of Easter? I wish someone would call in. 443-272-5922. Okay. Easter has been a time of celebration and fasting, and many traditions, Easter games, and custom developed um, as egg rolling, egg taping, peace egging. I never heard of that. Confetti eggs and egg decorations. Those are some of the things that we do um, for eggs. Okay. And they are set. And what are the let's see. Let's see. Well, I'm reading my notes. Okay. What is this? What does the name Jesus mean? John verse John First John verse 23. Most let me see. God Jesus name, which was more appropriate, Joshua. God is salvation and is phrase that um a passive quality to God. And I wanted to get into this. I didn't know. What are the three colors of Easter? Now I know um, white is a color for Easter because we wear white and um, pastel colors and flowers and all of that. but I didn't know it was a thing for the three colors for Easter. So, what are the three colors for Easter? The three main Easter colors are purple, white, and gold. Purple and violet are typically used during the Lent season. In the Lent up to that leads up to Easter, Easter Sundays, most prominent color are usually white and gold. That represents the holiness um, and the resurrection of Jesus. So I did not know that. Maybe I should have known that, but I have not. Easter food tradition. Years ago, hams served during the Easter holidays were from meat that was originally slaughtered in the fall and cured throughout the winter months. I didn't know that either. Um, since the holiday of Easter falls in spring, this celebration was caused to use the last of the winter cure meats. Now I didn't know that. Um, I just know that we ate ham, for Easter. I didn't know um, that. So that is what I wanted to talk about so far for Lent and for Easter. Just a little known facts that a lot of us um, didn't think of. I didn't know about the colors and why we ate ham for Easter. Um, that's something that I didn't know. So today, we are going to, our topic is going to be types of soulmates and how to recognize them. Because a lot of us, we go through life looking for our soulmates. And some of us feel that we will never find a soulmate. Um, a soulmate to me, I've seen, and it always made me think that, you can meet a lot of people in your life. For a woman, you can meet a lot of men coming in and out of your life. And I'm not saying for sex or anything that, but for your job, and for whatever. And you can walk in a room and spot that one person in a crowd, and you meet, or sometimes you don't even really pay attention to that one person, and then you go into a room again, and maybe a year down the line, and you get to talking, and once you get to talking, you are inseparable, and before you know it, you're married with kids. I think that's kind of like what a soulmate is. You know it when you feel it. It's not just a person that you meet. Oh, I'm so in love with them. Um, this person's a nice person. It's much deeper than that. A soulmate, you know it, and when you get together, those are the relationships and marriages that stay together for years and years and years because they're meant to be together. They um, when they meet, it's like their souls are connected. But then, how do you know whether it's your soul mate or soul tie? So we're going to talk about that this week, and we're going to talk about it next week. Um, there are people who just feel like they destined to meet people who make them feel at home whenever they are around. And I think it's a little bit more than that. These are people that you might occasionally drive you, drive you nuts, or either, they just irritates you. Okay, what? So, what do we often refer to as a soulmate? Because we all know that even though soulmates are someone you connected to, there's going to always be some ups and downs, but you get through it. You talk about it, and you move on. Um, and you respect everybody. Okay, so what is a soulmate? Two people who are soulmates feel they are linked, connected on a soul level. Um, it's a sense that you are linked, transcends to earth planes. I mean, you can't explain it. You just know. Um, like being with a coworker or lover, and that sometimes much more brought you together, or is at play. I think the universe itself has something to say about who your soulmate is. Um, and like me, I don't know whether I found my soulmate. I don't, or sometimes you found your soulmate, but you're not paying attention. You're looking for something much bigger. You're looking for all these qualities in a person that you actually miss your soulmate. And that's saying that your soulmate um, is not going to come around again. It's lost forever. But sometimes we lose focus on what the big picture is and who we want, and our levels of thing. So we are about to go to break. So we'll be back and we'll finish talking about soulmates.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the boss. Boss. Radio Network.
Hey, I'm Jenny James from Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner. You've probably been home a lot more. Maybe you have kids like me who spill all the time, and you've noticed that your carpet's not looking so good. Why don't you call Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner? They use a dry extraction service, so you won't have wet carpet all day long, and you can get back to doing the things you love with your family immediately. And it's a way to make your room healthier while improving your indoor air quality. You can do tile, slate, granite, ceramic, area rugs, and yes, they're pet friendly too. Why don't you get a free, no obligation estimate today? NeatlyDoneSanAntonio.com.
Beauty's in the eye. We complicate things when all along it's just perfect as it is. Beauty is from within. It's how you feel, not as how others see you. Skincare shouldn't be complicated. She's the Boss believes skincare should be nurturing, easy to use, smell delicious, feel refreshing, and look incredible. She's the Boss Cosmetics and Skincare brings you our botanical-based skincare line that's gentle, uncomplicated, and extremely effective for men, women, and youth. Feel confident and radiate a power glow that flows from the inside out. Exude an assurance that extends from the home into the conference room. Visit us at www.shes-the-boss.com or call us at 866-494-5945 to get yours today.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? She's the boss. Boss. Radio Network.
You're listening to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat, where your voices will be heard and not ignored. We are talking about soulmates and 12 types of soulmates and how to recognize them. And I really encourage you guys to tune in 443-272-5922, and you're listening to She's the Boss Radio. So, how do you recognize a soulmate? So let's look at different types. Remembering there are certainly be some overlaps. Um, Someone could be your soulmate in many different ways. So let's pay attention to our hearts and our minds and our spirits when we meet someone. Okay. A soulmate is when two people feel they are linked on a soul level in a specific, significant, and ordinary, extraordinary way. Soulmates, soul partners, number one. Okay, I got this information before I start from Mind Body. Um, so you can look it up if you want to read more about it. Soul partners. There are certainly souls you agree to partner with in a lifetime. The most common type of soulmate. You might have agreed to be best friends, in laws, raise children together, or open a business together. A soul partner would be with you, would be someone you know intimately for your whole life, like a beloved sibling, or it can be with someone you barely know for a short time. It can be someone who are in, what is this? It can be someone with in power in an industry who offers you a big break in your career. So I get soul partners. I never thought about a soul partner and what that meant. I never even I thought about soulmates and soul ties, but soul partners can be anyone. A soul partner that you're connected to. It could be in business. Someone gives you a big break. It could be someone you raise your children with. It can be friends, in-laws. Can be soul partners. Soul partners are people who help and support you in your life, emotionally, professionally, and in any other way. You require to accomplish and experience what your soul planned to do here on earth. So when you meet someone who comes in your life who is just like a godsend, who's there to show you and teach you and support you. Um, None of us can live a life alone. And so partnerships remind us how beautifully, masterfully that we live our lives and we weave and intertwine together. We are not meant to be alone. And God sends us helpers. Soul ties. Mm, soul ties. When you feel a soul tie, it is simply a sense that another soul is in your life for a reason. For example, if your life is very busy, yet you meet a new potential friend or business partner, the sense that you have a soul tie is this person will inspire you to make room in your life for the relationship. Perhaps you are in the market for a pet, but now a friend says they need to give up their pet because they have to move overseas or whatever. So it might give you the feeling that you have a soul tie with this animal and bring it into your home is the right thing to do for both of you. You might think of soul ties as the ties that bind together. Soul ties are people that you are tied to in some sort of way. It can be a someone from the past. It can be someone from um, now, someone from the future. Um, Past life soulmates. Okay. Okay. Many Eastern religions discuss this concept of past lives. Um, I have a client that always tells me that he's met someone that he knew well in the past, in his past life. By the way, to describe this connection. And I kind of like can relate to it in a way because sometimes you can have a dream and these people are in your dream in every all the time in different situations and you know these people in your dream. These are past life soulmates. These are people you knew in your past life. Um, you know, your ancestors. Is how I kind of like you know feel. Um, I don't know. I felt that way. I have felt that way before. I'm a dreamer, so sometimes I have dreams, and I'll be, you know, at a cookout, and I know all the people at the cookout, but I haven't really met them in the present. So, um, and they know me. We have a conversation, and that's how I perceive what a past life soulmate is. Don't judge me. It is what it is. I'm sure I'm not the only person who are a dreamer and know people in your dreams. Okay, when two souls have share a significant past life together, or perhaps several, if they meet again in this life, they may be drawn to each other. Um, and I'm sure a lot of you have met someone that you just was drawn to, and but didn't know why it feels so natural. So this is person I could feel them, they could feel me. You know, what people are feeling is the built up of energy over their lifetimes together. Although you can have a soul recognition with any type of soulmate, the past life ones, um, whether you were at ours or best friends in a past life. That's kind of interesting. Someone need to do some research on um, past past life soulmates. 'Cause it seems to be a pretty interesting subject. Um, Past life soulmates. If you believe in that. Let's see. Two souls could agree to reincarnate and navigate towards each other after spending 1,000 Earth years apart, which is quite romantic. I don't know uh, whether I believe that. I don't know. But if you do, I encourage you to call up. I'll give you the number again: 443-272-5922. If you want to talk about if you have a past life soulmate or soul tie, or you have met your soulmate, I invite you to call up and let's just talk about it. We all want to hear it. Um, just because you had a significant past life with someone and are feeling all the feelings, it doesn't necessarily mean you are supposed to partner romantically or otherwise in this lifetime. So judge the relationship by who you both are today and how you treat each other now. We are going to break and we'll be back in a minute.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? She's the boss. Radio Network.
Yeah, that's the sound of today's business community. It's a dog-eat-dog world and only the strong survive. The challenge is navigating the ever-changing business environment to put your business in the forefront. So how does your business keep up with the changes? That's where She's the Boss Network comes in. She's the Boss Network is an internet media network that's been helping businesses like yours get the exposure that you're looking for at reasonable cost by way of radio and video. They'll help you stay successful by navigating change and seeing the big picture. After She's the Boss Network analyzes your business and marketing strategies, you'll start to see a media presence like you've never seen in your business before. And She's the Boss Network doesn't stop there. They use their findings to create a practical plan of action, a plan that will get your business from where you are to where you need to be. There you go. Lock those dogs up for good by giving She's the Boss Network a call at 866-494-5945, extension 101, or by checking their website at she'sthebossradio.com. Again, that's 866-494-5945, extension 101, or she'sthebossradio.com.
Hey, I'm Jenny James for Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner. You've probably been home a lot more. Maybe you have kids like me who spill all the time, and you've noticed that your carpet's not looking so good. Why don't you call Neatly Done Carpet Cleaner? They use a dry extraction service, so you won't have wet carpet all day long, and you can get back to doing the things you love with your family immediately. And it's a way to make your room healthier while improving your indoor air quality. You can do tile, slate, granite, ceramic, area rugs, and yes, they're pet friendly too. Why don't you get a free, no obligation estimate today? NeatlyDoneSanAntonio.com.
We don't break the laws. We just make up our own. The internet's best choice for music. She's the boss. Radio Network.
We're back, and you are listening to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat on She's the Boss Radio. And we are talking about soulmates and the different types of soulmates. We were just on the past life soulmates. So, picking up where I left off, if you suspect a past life connection with a current lover, try to bring more healing to the situation, even if you break up. This might look like releasing them with love, wishing them well, yet out of your life. Often, when souls come back together in this lifetime, they are looking to heal something or to do better this time around. The next one is Kinder Soulmates, which are sometimes called Reckoning Ball Soul Ties. Never heard of that. Chemite soulmates. Um, Instead of thinking of karma as good or bad, or a system of punishment and reward, think of it as merely a nurturing energy of cause and effect, if that makes sense. The earth planes is very much a dimension of cause and effect. And I never really thought about it like that. We create karma with other people all the time, those small and significant interactions. Every interaction with another person creates energy that can turn into karma. This isn't anything to fear, but something to be mindful of. Now, that is something a little deep because we talk about karma all the time. What goes around comes around. And every time we interact with a person, it creates energy. And I didn't really think about it as creating energy that can turn into karma. I never really dig deep into it to think of it like that, but that's something to think about. Karmatic relationships may come into our life. They may come into our lives to change agents, persons who facilitate through positive or negative or neutral interactions. Opportunities or invitations to improve our karma. So let me say that again because I need to hear that again. Opportunities or invitations to improve our karma. How we operate in our lives and the world. So we can grow and evolve. Keep in mind that the soul craves new experiences, growth, and evolutions. And I never really thought about that too much neither. How our souls craves experiences and growth. Romantic soulmates. After giving hundreds well, this person said, after giving hundreds of readings um, to clients all over the world, there are a few things that they say they know. One is that when we enter a significant romantic relationship or fall in love, there's a possibility we're partnering with this person. We will partner with this person. So, what's not only possible, that's not only possible, but definite that we are being given the opportunity to heal, learn, and grow because of the relationship. And that's what we want. We in a relationship. We want to have the opportunity to heal our souls, to heal our from experiences and traumas, and to learn from this person, learn and grow with this person. And that's basically what a relationship is, an opportunity to heal, learn, and to grow with this person. Even in the happiest and or healthiest relationship, romantic soulmates can tend to tap dance on your biggest wounds or challenge you in an uncomfortable way. And that is not always a bad thing. Because sometimes we need to overcome that comfortable situation and get out of our own heads. And by someone challenging us, but it has to be in a delicate way, it can open up so many avenues and we become open minded about what is uncomfortable. And a lot of times we find out that what is uncomfortable then, and once you start talking about it, it it's not as uncomfortable as you was holding on to. When two souls enter a romantic relationship, they're also entering a classroom together because they learning together. They learning about each other. We learning about what you like, what you don't like. Your past experiences, my past experiences. We are always learning when you're in a relationship, especially in the beginning. Um, to feel like you've been waiting your whole life to meet this person is always worth the wait. It's always worth the wait to find someone who you connect on a level other than a sexual or lustful level. Um, Waiting your whole life for this person, and sometimes that person has come and gone because we're focusing on other things, what we think we want, what we think we want, or what we think we're looking at. It's worth the wait. Find ways to fall in love with life. Work on believing in great romance. Relationships is possible, and get help to heal those romantic wounds from the past. A lot of us go through a lot of trauma from past relationships that didn't work out that we bring over to our new relationship. So now the new relationship becomes part of the old relationship. So if we get away from that and just, learn to love ourselves and know that one relationship shouldn't dictate another relationship. And if you feel like you falling into the trap of always being in the same relationships, then you just need to change your life. Change the way you see life. Stop going in those same old places, finding those same old soul mates or soul ties. Step outside your comfort zone, but stay under your covering. So, new places, new people, new experiences. Okay. Twin flames. That's something I haven't really heard about. Twin flames. Okay. This popular term describes an intense soul connection. And some people believe twin flames are actually one soul that was split into two bodies. That's something else for you to research and learn something about. I know I am. I like stuff like this. According to the theory, twin flames can love, challenge, teach, and heal each other in a unique, powerful way. Yet, Whitehurst cautions against feeling like you need another person to complete you. Just remember, there can be a shadow side of trying to fit people into a certain category in your life, including your spiritual category. And I guess this is just saying that you don't need another person to complete you. A person should not complete you, but make you better. And to remember that, you know, you can't force somebody to be who you want them to be because it's never going to work. Even if you feel so connected and then you feel like this person needs a push in a different direction, or you don't like this about a person, so you're going to try to persuade them to go in the direction you want them to be. But it would never work because you're who you are. It's embedded in you, unless the person wants to change. But you can't force someone to fit into your little box, into your little group. Okay. While some believe in twin flames is the ultimate romantic experience. Remember, every relationship you enter with another person, romantic or otherwise, has the potential to help you achieve more enlightenment. So I'm going to read that again. This is very interesting. So I encourage you guys to do some research and just, read up on some of these things, especially the twin flames, because that's something that I haven't really heard of. So I'm going to read this little part again. While some believe the twin flame is the ultimate romantic experience, remember every relationship you enter with another person, romantic or otherwise, has the potential to help you achieve more enlightenment. Okay, companion, soulmates, aka soulmate friends. Not all soulmates are romantic ones. Your companion soulmates, aka soulmate friends, can be equally important in your life. If you think of earthly life as a temporary journey to your soul, as some spiritual people do, you'll want to have interesting, supporting companions on your trip. Like, just like any character in a story, um legend picks up companions along the way, because you need companions, you need people to talk to, you need that sidekick. So that's what a companion soulmate, aka soulmate friend, we all need them. um Soul families and soul groups. Large groups of souls can be linked in soul families. This can show up as actual family members in this lifetime, like a cousin, who is not only part of your earthly family, but also your soul family, or as people working towards common goals who never meet. Sometimes one soul will incarcerate to try to help heal something in the family line, like a pattern of addiction or abuse or disease. Kindred spirits. Kindred spirits aren't always soulmates, but they can certainly be. Kindred spirits are simply people who really understand you. You might feel a kindred spirit is someone who shares the same spiritual beliefs you have or agree with you about culture issues, to the point where you could finish each other's sentences. Kindred spirits might also be someone who has had similar life experiences to yours. Like, you are both elementary school teachers, both have newborn babies, or both married to working artists, something like that. Soul contracts. Intuitive and spiritual teacher Robert O.T. describes soul contracts as agreements you made on a soul level to do certain things in this lifetime. You might have a soul contract to mentor a certain child or write a certain book. These contracts can be renegotiated. So if you're in a toxic situation, leave and change the dynamics to a healthier one. Yet feeling you have a soul contract to do something challenging, like start your own business, can give you the inspiration to make it through the difficult moments of that journey. Knowing if you have a soul contract around something or someone in your life, it's all about learning to follow your intuition. Soul teachers. And I know I'm not going to get through the whole list, but we're gonna try. We just got one or two. So, you know how I am. I get to talking. Okay. So, teachers, a healer or mentor can come into your life. There is divine timing because they're a soulmate teacher. They are sent in your life to teach you something. It could be the college professor who encourages you to go after a certain major or career path, or counselor who teaches you how to better manage your anxiety. Sometimes a soulmate might show up to teach you a challenge by challenging you to do something different from what they recommended, teaching you the value of thinking for yourself. The last one, number 12, soul crossings. Have you ever heard the cliche, shipped past in the night? It's a phrase used to describe someone who comes into your life, but the timing and circumstances is not conducive to a long term relationship. This phenomenon can happen with friends or lovers or colleagues when, for a short amount of time, you are thrown together to share amazing experiences and awakenings. Even if someone doesn't stay in your life long, like a freelancer who works at your company for 9 months, who you come close to until they move to another country or cross town, and months later they tragically passes, it's still a soulmate, even though that person has passed. In the case of a friend, you too might always treasure your time together and the lessons you learned, but your lives are too busy to keep up to the friendship in the way it should have. And we have always met someone who are here for the weekend or for a month or for the job, and you connected, and you have this like soul crossing. They go away, but you still stay in contact, um, and you still feel really close to them. And it says even if they pass away, you still connected. It's still a soul mate. In the case of a lover who passes, you might think of this person fondly for the rest of your life. So I encourage you to look at these soulmates. Look them up because a couple of them are very interesting, like the soul crossings. I never thought of the I've heard of the kinder spirits. The what's that? The flame, the twin flame is very interesting. So I really encourage you just to look up soulmates. So I'm giving So let me just read off the soulmates to you again, and then maybe you can research it. And number 12 is soul crossings. Number 11, soul teachers. Number 10, soul contracts. Number 9, kinder spirits. Number 8, soul family and soul groups. Number 7, companion soulmates, aka soulmate friends. Number 6, twin flames. Number 5, romantic and soulmates. Kermont soulmates is number 4. Number 3 is past life soulmates. Number 2 is soul ties. And number 1 is soul partners. Um, it's at the end of our show. So I'm about to just wrap up, guys. And if you would like to be on the show, then you can go to Facebook and go to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat, or I have a group, but go to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat and let me know if you want to like to be a guest on the show, or be my co-host, or would like to sponsor the show. We have different things that you can join in to Sharon's Neighborhood Chat on She's the Boss Radio. I'm going to end the show with thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, but stay tuned for the Nurses Lounge.
You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think? You could listen to one of those other stations, but what would your friends think?